How do you respond to social media comments and questions on your page and off? Hey, what's up everybody? So we've been talking about customer service in social media and using social media for customer service. There will be people that come to you directly and comment on your posts on your page, write reviews, things like that. Those need to be addressed. That's kind of a no-brainer, but it also goes for certain conversations that take place outside of your page. Maybe people talking amongst themselves, looking for recommendations. That happens a lot. That sort of thing. So how do you go about doing that? Well, there are a couple of different steps. So we'll cover in the next video, we'll cover what to say and what not to say. But in this one, we need to address, it's getting hot in here. We don't need to address that, but we need to address your plan. You need to make a plan for how you're going to respond. And when I say how you are going to respond, when I say you, I mean your Facebook page. So you need to make a plan on how that's going to happen. Say somebody comments or has a question or has a problem or writes a review or whatever is going on, you need to figure out what is your process for a response to that. It seems like a simple thing, but it's not as simple as it seems on the surface. So what's your response? Is it you, the business owner, that responds to that? Is it an employee? Is it 2 or 3 employees that have access to be able to do that on your page? Is it a marketing agency that does that? Is a combination of all of that. You need to work that out ahead of time, or else you're going to confuse yourself and your customers, and that's not good for business. So what I would suggest is that you, the business owner, you handle this yourself at first so that you understand the process and how this all goes down. What happens when somebody comments? What happens when somebody asks a question? What happens when somebody has a problem? What happens when somebody writes a review? A good review, a bad review? You do it first. And then I suggest you pawn that off to 1 or 2 employees that you truly trust with the voice of your business, and that's important. And when you do pawn that off so that you can be free to run your business, you shouldn't be the one doing this. If you're going to use a marketing agency, you're running the risk of whatever their activities not being in the voice of your business. You and your employees will know that voice better than a marketing agency will. So that's why I suggest doing it internally. And the cost of getting an agency to do that is probably not going to pay off at a small business level, a local small business level. You need big numbers to make that pay off. So just do it yourself. But you do that first, and then you pawn it off to your employees. And when you do that, do not give your employees administrative rights to your Facebook page. Don't do it. I've had to help too many business owners regain control of or start over because an ex-employee has held their Facebook business page hostage. And you don't ever see it coming. It's a good employee, you trust them now, and then something goes bad and they leave and you've forgotten all about the rights on Facebook, and now all of a sudden you don't own your Facebook page anymore. That's not good. So give them editor access. They can do literally everything that they need to do on that Facebook page except for change administrative access. That's it. So give them editor access and they'll be able to do everything that you need them to do on there. The other important thing in how you respond to people on social media is it needs to be as close to real time as possible. You can't wait 5 hours to respond to somebody, 4 hours, 3 hours, maybe even not an hour. Now, they'll understand that they need to give you a little bit of room to breathe. They're not talking to their friend, they're talking to a business, but it is social media, and there's a reason why it's called that, is because it's social. So somebody asks you a question, you need to answer it. The closer to real time that you can get that comment, problem, question, whatever it is answered, the more likely it is to be a conversation, not just a question 4 hours later it answered. Excuse me. If you can get that to be a conversation in real time, you're making a real impact, and other people are seeing that, and it boosts the post that is happening on is going to be more visible in the news feed because that's happening. So it boosts your exposure. It satisfies the person that you're having the conversation with, that had the initial question or problem or comment or whatever it might be. So that needs to happen in as close to real time as possible. So that's what I suggest. Start doing this yourself. Learn the ins and outs of how you want it done, the process of how you want it done. Then train 2 or 3 trusted employees on how you want this done. Man, it is hot in here. And then if that's not an option and you just don't have the time to do it yourself, you can hire an agency to do it. But start doing it yourself first so that you can explain to the agency how you want it done. They're going to have some other advice and whatnot, and you'll probably arrive at something in the middle. But make sure that you're happy with it and it's all in your voice. So go do that and watch for the video on Wednesday, which will explain what to say and what not to say. So I'll see you on that one. I'm out.